Hey everyone, it's Audrey and happy 2019. I almost said 2018. I really wanted to get this video up before the new year started, but the holidays got away from me, so I decided to do it anyway. It'll be the first video of 2019, and I'm going to be talking about all the products that I finished in 2018. I was curious to see what skincare, beauty products, and hair products I used throughout the year. I kind of wanted to see what I used the most of, what I liked, what I didn't like. There are a lot of products, so I'm gonna try to go through them as quickly as I can while still being informative. So let's just get into it. Before I start, I do want to say that I am missing a couple products that I used during the year. This doesn't count the stuff that I misplaced, stuff that I lost, and also stuff that my husband threw out by accident. But I'm going to start with skincare, and I think I'll start with what I use the most of, and that has to be cleanser. Okay, so I have all my cleansers in my hands, and cleanser I think I have the most of it because my husband and I kind of share them. He doesn't really care about what he puts on his face, so sometimes he'll just use my stuff, and then so we just kind of use them together. So I want to say that the first one that I used up during the year was this one from Storme. It's the Purifying Gel Cleanser with marine algae and activated charcoal. So I remember liking this one because it's a fragrance, sulfate, cruelty, and paraben free. It's also 100% vegan, and it foamed really well. I also liked the way that it felt on my skin. It felt very clean, but it didn't feel drying at all. It wasn't my favorite of the year, but it was a nice cleanser. Wasn't bad, wasn't good, but you know. So the next one that I remember finishing was this one from BioClarity. I already did a video about this one. I think this is the system that I used in my last skin routine video, so you can check that out if you want to. I remember finishing these really fast because I had just come back from Park City, Utah for Sundance Film Festival, and whenever I go to the snow, it really messes up my skin. My skin was just all red and dry and really irritated. So I used this system, and I don't know, it just kind of got rid of all my redness. It got rid of all my dryness, and you can see that I completely used everything, especially this. I guess it was kind of a mask that you kind of put over your skin after you cleanse it. Like I said, I did a full video about it already, so I won't talk much about it, but I remember really liking this one. Definitely would repurchase and try it again, especially if I found myself in the same situation where my skin was really inflamed. The next one is kind of unique because it's a cleansing balm, and I'd never tried a cleansing balm before. It smells kind of like menthol, I want to say. It kind of reminds me of Vicks Vapor Rub in a way. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing in your opinion, but it didn't bother me at all. It's a really thick cleansing balm, so you would kind of just take a bunch out of the jar, and then you would kind of put it on your skin and then wipe it off with a hot towel. It really took away all of my makeup. I didn't feel like I had to do that extra step of taking off my makeup and then using a cleanser. I feel like this kind of did it all. I actually have another jar of this, and I think I gave away a jar of this to one of my followers just because I liked it so much. I would definitely recommend it to anyone. I would use it again. The only thing that I think might be off-putting to some people is maybe the scent, just because it's a little bit strong, and I know some people don't like scents in their cleansers and in their skincare, but I liked this one a lot. The next cleanser is from Fresh, and it's the Soy Face Cleanser. Just a really nice foaming cleanser. I don't know, it just leaves the skin feeling really, really soft. It says that it's supposed to get rid of all of your makeup, but I found that it didn't exactly, especially my waterproof mascara. I'm not really surprised because the mascara, which I'll talk about later, is very intense. So I won't hold that against it, but it didn't remove all my mascara like the way this cleansing balm did. You know, I liked it. I would repurchase it, but it's probably, you know, one of those ones that it wouldn't be my first choice of repurchasing if I needed a cleanser, but I still think it's really good. Next is a little bottle from Osea. I've talked about this brand a few times on my channel, I think, before. I love this brand. It's another vegan and cruelty-free. This is their Ocean Cleansing Mud. What I liked about it is that the bottle is really small. I think they sell it in a bigger bottle, but they actually gifted this one to me. I think I had worked with them on a trip that I went to last year. I think it was a music festival, and it was just perfect because I went to a lot of music festivals last year, and just when I'm traveling, having these little travel size bottles is just so convenient for me. I don't really like taking my cleansers or any of my skincare or makeup really and putting it into another container. I feel like that just contaminates my stuff. It's not foaming at all, so if you want a foaming cleanser, then just keep that in mind if you want to try this one. But it just has this kind of minty feeling to it. When you put the cleanser on, it just feels really refreshing, I guess. I wouldn't say that it's the best at taking off makeup. I would say that you would probably have to remove your makeup before you use this, but this just leaves my skin feeling really nice. And the last cleanser that I finished in 2018 was this one from Glossier. It's this milky jelly cleanser. It's their conditioning face wash. This one foams really well. It feels really nice, but I would say that I am not a fan of the smell. Let me see if I can still smell it. I think it's supposed to be floral, but it kind of just smells chemically to me in a way. Flower water in it. I think it's supposed to be rose water, but there are other things in here, things that I can't pronounce, that I think just make it kind of smell not so nice. I love their makeup products. I don't know if I have any here, but their cleanser, I don't know. I really liked the way it foamed, like I said, and I felt like it was really good at cleansing, but the smell was just kind of off-putting. If you smell it and it doesn't bother you, then go ahead and give it a try. The next three things aren't really cleansers, but they have cleansing properties, so I figured that I would mention them. The first is this jar of dynamic resurfacing facial pads from Elemis. I hope I'm saying that right. The scent was kind of a floral scent, and they were just these cotton round pads that had different textures on either side, and they were so amazing at exfoliating your skin, but they were very gentle. I just felt like every time I used them, I was really getting off all of the dead skin on my face. I would highly recommend this. I definitely want to repurchase this in 2019. Next is from the same brand, and it is this White Flowers Eye and Lip Makeup Remover. This was amazing at taking off my mascara. Like I said, I have this waterproof mascara from Japan that I always wear. I've talked about it before on my channel, how difficult it is to remove, and this is amazing at removing it. The only thing is that the bottle is really small, so I wish that the bottle was a lot larger, because I used this really fast. The last kind of cleansing thing is this herbal infused micellar cleansing water from Kiehl's. I love Kiehl's. I think they're a great brand, and this micellar water was just so nice on the skin. It says that it's with lemon balm, floral water, and thyme essential oil. It's good for sensitive skin. I just thought it was amazing with just taking off foundation and concealer. Sometimes I would just use this and I wouldn't use any cleanser, especially when I was really lazy, just because I thought that this was really good at taking off my makeup. So I would remove my eye makeup and then I would just use this on my face, and I would kind of just stop there and just go to sleep. I really want another bottle of this, and the bottle is fairly large, so it lasted me a long time. It lasted me a lot longer than this eye and lip makeup remover, so I want this so bad. I would recommend this 100%. Moving on to masks, I thought that I would have more masks to talk about, but I realized that I'm pretty crazy about masks and I'm always kind of trying different ones out, so I'm actually not surprised that I didn't finish that many, because I have a bunch in my cupboard that I still need to finish. But of the ones that I did finish, this box of Kiehl's Instant Renewal Concentrate masks. These were sheet masks that I used while I was on an airplane. I honestly don't remember if there was anything that stood out about these masks, other than that they conveniently came in a little box like this. I mean, if you have other sheet masks that you like, then you can stick to those ones, but if you want to try these, I really liked them. And the other mask that I have is this Osea White Algae mask. I didn't love this one just because I thought it was really thin. I don't know, I didn't really feel like it did anything to my skin, but I do love their products. I just think this particular product was not something that really worked for my skin in particular. So I finished this one right away just because the bottle is kind of small. But you know. So now I'm going to move to moisturizer. I have 4 that I wanted to mention, 4 that I finished, and the first one I guess I'll mention is this one from Glossier. It's their priming moisturizer. I actually got this one at the same time as I got their milk jelly cleanser. I think there's still some left over in here. I didn't think that it was particularly moisturizing. I would probably only use it in the summer when I didn't need that much moisturizer. And the scent is just kind of scentless, so I don't know. I don't think that I would get this one again. I do love Glossier, but like I said, I don't really love their skincare products. I'm more into their beauty products, their makeup products. It's supposed to be a priming moisturizer, but I don't think I used it that way, so maybe if you're interested in using it, you can use it as a primer, but I just used it as a moisturizer and I just kind of thought it was okay. The next 2 are from Kiehl's again, and I've already talked about these 2 on my channel before, so I'll just link them in the description box down below, but they're the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream and the Glow Formula Skin Hydrator. I actually am using another jar of this that I have currently, so I mean, obviously I love it. And then this one was really great at giving a really subtle glow. It's not sparkly, it's just kind of like a subtle shimmer. So like I said, I've already talked about it on my channel, so if you're more interested, you can look at those videos, but recommend. And the last moisturizer is from Biossance. I've already talked about this in my fall morning routine, I believe, and I'm so sad that I finished this. I want to say that this one was probably my favorite moisturizer. It was just so rich and luxurious. I wish I had like a huge tub of this so I could just like put all over my body. The packaging is so luxe too, so yep. Love this one. Moving on to sunscreen, I only have 2 that I ended up finishing, and that's because I'm always switching up my sunscreens. I'm always looking for a new sunscreen to use, always looking for something that isn't going to give me that white cast. These 2 were amazing at not giving that kind of like white sunscreen look that some sunscreens give. This one is from Tarte. It's called the Tarte Guard SPF 30. I think the only thing I didn't like about this one was the scent. It just kind of really smells like sunscreen. The formula is really thin, so it doesn't feel like oily or greasy. And like I said, it doesn't leave the white cast, so I would wear this again, definitely. But this one from Supergoop, I can't say enough good things about this sunscreen. I can't even read what it's called anymore, but I think it's called the Unseen Sunscreen by Supergoop. It's SPF 40. I remember it goes on clear, and when you put it on, it just kind of disappears. I don't really know how else to describe it. It's not like a lotion. It's just kind of like a primer almost. And I would 100% get this again. I think this is my favorite sunscreen that I've ever tried, just because I'd never tried a sunscreen like this before. I really like this because it doesn't have a scent either, or at least not one that I can detect. So favorite sunscreen of the year. Next up are face sprays, and I think I'll start with this one from Kiehl's. It is the Cactus Flower and Tibetan Ginseng Hydrating Mist. This one smells so nice. It kind of smells like a perfume, I want to say. And I have another bottle of this in a travel size, and I would bring this with me when I'm traveling all the time. I think the biggest thing about this mist is the scent. I really like it. It's a very strong floral scent. It's not subtle at all, so if you prefer subtle scents, this might not work for you. Next is this Coconut Rose Toner from Kopari. This one is silicone, cruelty-free, paraben-free, sulfate-free. It has a lot of good things about it, I think. When I think of a rose toner, I just want to smell the rose, not really the coconut. I just think that there are other face mists that I would buy before this one. Next up is this Organic Rose Hydrosol from, I'm just gonna butcher that, so I'm not gonna say it, but I think I got this one from Mother's Market or Whole Foods. I love rose water. I think it's just really hydrating, and the smell is so pleasant. Some of the benefits that it mentions is that it balances skin tone and texture, repairs mature skin and fine lines, nourishes, hydrates, refreshes, heals burns and sunburns. The only thing is, I think that some people mention that their skin can't handle it. So it works for my skin, but I think some people have reactions to it. They say that it breaks them out. So just a warning if you want to try some sort of rose hydrosol. I like it, but just be careful in case you're one of those people that has reactions to it. So the last little mist is this one from Osea. It's their Sea Minerals mist. I brought this everywhere with me when I was traveling as well, just because the bottle is so small. It's just really easy to travel with. I didn't feel like the mist was as hydrating as other mists that I've tried. I found myself spritzing a lot of this and a lot more often, so I liked the way that it felt immediately after, but I felt like I had to rehydrate really soon. So I used it a lot. I have a bigger bottle of it that I can refill with this, so I'm still using it. I just feel like there were other mists that I had tried before that had more lasting hydrating properties. The next thing that I'm going to talk about are oils. The first one I think I'll mention is this bottle of jojoba oil. I got this one at Trader Joe's, and I would mainly use jojoba oil to use it for the oil cleansing method, just because I've read that jojoba oil is the closest oil to the natural oils in our skin. I would just put a little bit of this on my fingers and then just kind of massage that into my eyes, just to remove all my mascara, eyeliner, whatever, and it just did a really great job of it. Next is 100% pure argan oil. I would use this on my face sometimes to remove my eye makeup, but I probably should have put this in my hair section because I would much rather use this in my hair than on my face. I think I used the argan oil as a last resort. I won't mention in the hair section, but I will say that this is what I used for my hair. And this one is from Shea Moisture. Again, from Osea is this little bottle of essential hydrating oil. I don't remember what kind of oils are in here. A lot of oils I can't pronounce. I don't know, it has a very, very floral scent. It's glass. Actually, all the Osea packaging is glass, which I think is great. It has this little like roller ball in it, kind of like a perfume ball. Oh, I still have some left over. And this oil is fantastic. It's really hydrating. It just leaves kind of a thick layer of oil on your skin, but it doesn't feel oily. It just kind of absorbs right away. It's more of like a moisturizer, I would say, than an actual oil. And I loved traveling with this just because it was so easy. It's so small, and the roller ball just made it easy to distribute wherever I needed to. Sometimes I would roll it under my eyes just to give a little bit of a cooling effect underneath my under eyes, just when I had a lot of dark circles and bags under my eyes. I would 100% repurchase this one just because it's really convenient and nice. Just the scent is a little bit strong. And the last oil is coconut oil. I just get this one from Trader Joe's. I use it on my body, I use it on my hair, I would use it to remove makeup, really, really stubborn makeup, and I use it to oil pull. If you don't know what that is, you just kind of take a spoonful of coconut oil and you kind of swish it in your mouth, and it's supposed to have tremendous benefits. I've tried different coconut oils before, but I just always go for the one from Trader Joe's just because it's really easy and affordable. So coconut oil. Coming to the end of the skincare stuff, the last thing that I want to talk about are these body washes, I guess, or soaps. This one is from Kiehl's. It's the Bath and Shower Liquid Body Cleanser in Grapefruit, and my husband and I love this one just because we really love the scent. It just smelled so summery and nice. I would just purchase this one again just because I really love the way that it smelled. And then the other soap that we used is this one from Dr. Bronner's. We've been using this for years. I think you can just get this one from Trader Joe's or Target, and we get the one in peppermint. This lasts a really long time just because it's a concentrated soap, so you can get away with just using like a drop of this and diluting it with water. Certified fair trade, made with organic oils, 100% post-consumer recycled plastic bottle. So I mean, I think this one is the easiest for us to get to just because you can find it at the drugstore. So we've repurchased this so many times. The peppermint is also really refreshing. You can definitely feel it on your body. So next I'm going to talk about makeup. The only thing is that there are a lot of makeup products that I am not going to mention because I've lost them. I'm just really bad at losing makeup. Sometimes when I'm traveling, for some reason I just lose like a mascara mascara or an eyebrow pencil or something, and so I never get to finish it because I lose it. But I will mention the things that I did finish, and I think I will start with mascara. I've talked about this mascara I think a bunch of times on my channel before. I found this mascara when I was in Japan, when I went to Tokyo. I want to say in 2015, maybe 2016, and it is the Heroin Make Long and Curl mascara. It's just a great mascara for Asian eyelashes, I think, because it holds the curl so well. It won't come off. I've tried so many different products. I think the only one that I really found a lot of luck with is the LMS eye makeup remover, but usually it just takes a while, even with oils. It just takes a while to remove this one, but I love this mascara so much, and I would recommend it if you have stick straight lashes or if you really have hard to curl lashes. They don't just sell it at a normal drugstore. You'd have to go to probably like an Asian market or something like that. But they also sell it on Amazon, so if you want to get it on Amazon, you can get it there. Next thing I want to mention is this BB cream from Bali Body, and I remember trying this because I saw it a lot on Instagram and I wanted to try it out for myself. I really liked this during the summer just because it's really thin, and it has SPF 15. It does have buildable coverage, so if you want to just have a little bit of coverage, you can put like one layer, or you can put multiple layers and kind of work your way up to full coverage. I think I found it very natural looking. I didn't feel like it looked cakey at all, but I found it a little bit oily at times. So if you're into the dewy look and you don't have that oily of a skin complexion, then I would say that this is probably for you. But I found that I really needed to set this with something, otherwise I looked really oily. Now I'm going to mention two products from the brand Onomi, I want to say that is called. I had tried their Powerful Priming Serum and this Bright Concealing Elixir. I loved the Bright Concealing Elixir. It's supposed to be for correcting dark circles underneath your eyes, but I actually used it across my whole face. I don't know, there was something about the formula. It was a really thin formula, but it wasn't too oily, and I just really liked the way that it covered. I would use it on days when I felt like, I don't know, I needed extra coverage. I get a lot of redness on my cheeks, so if I had that, I would just put that all over my cheeks. I tried their Powerful Priming Serum with it, and I found it was okay. I don't really like the scent of this. I want to say that it doesn't smell chemically or anything like that. I think the scent was just kind of forgettable to me. And I found this Powerful Priming Serum to be very thin. I'm not sure I have really anything to say about the Powerful Priming Serum, but I really love the Concealing Elixir. I think I've bought this a couple of times. I think I still have another full bottle, or maybe like halfway of this, but really like this one. Another primer that I used is this one from 100% Pure. It's the mattifying primer. I cannot read the rest because it's all scratched off, but remember this one was a very clear formula, and it kind of reminded me of the Supergoop Unseen sunscreen that I mentioned. It's clear, it's really mattifying, and you can't really feel it. It just feels really smooth on your skin. And I feel like it left a really good base for anything that you wanted to put on top of it. I also wanted to mention a setting spray from Urban Decay. I think this has been mentioned a lot on YouTube. It's just the all-nighter. I have a big bottle of this, but this one came in a little travel size that I really liked for when I was traveling. I think I'm going to keep this bottle actually and put more of the setting spray in it for when I'm traveling, just so I can bring it around and not bring my big bottle. I feel like it's really good at setting my makeup, and then I don't really have to touch it again for the rest of the day, so I'm gonna keep using this. Like I said, I have a big bottle, so the last few makeup products are going to be for lips. I don't really use a lot of lip colors on my lips, and when I do, I kind of am always trying a different one, so I don't really finish them. But I finished this one immediately. It's this one from NYX. I've actually bought this in the past. It's their Soft Matte Lip Cream in the color Stockholm. I would say that it's kind of a peachy brown color, but it's like a nice nude neutral. The next two products are these rose I guess, kind of lip balms. The first one is from Fresh. It's their Sugar Rose, and God, I would wear this so much. I think I wore this all year. I wore this down, just like it's completely gone. I got, I think, the most that I could out of it. It has a little bit of sunscreen in it, SPF 15, so I liked it for that reason. It was a really subtle kind of rosy tint, and I found it really moisturizing, so I want another one of these, definitely. And then the other lip balm is the Smith's Rosebud Salve. You can use this on just like any dry patches on your skin, but I mostly use it on my lips. It has a really nice rose scent. I think you can still smell it. But yeah, I've talked about this on my channel before, I think maybe 2 years ago. I usually get the ones in tins, but this one is really convenient for travel just because it's easier to travel with. The tins are kind of clunky and just not that space saving that I need. So love these two. So I've made it to the last section, and that is going to be all about hair. I don't really have that many products just because I don't really put that much stuff in my hair. I kind of just listen to what my hairdresser tells me, the shampoo and conditioners that she recommends and gives to me, and I don't wash my hair that often. I would say that I wash it once every 3 or 4 days. I just find that with all the coloring that I do, it is a lot like nicer to my hair, or a lot easier on my hair. I don't know why I said it that way. First few products are just going to be Fanola No Yellow Shampoo and No Yellow Hair Mask. So these are amazing at taking out any brassiness, any oranges or yellows. The only thing is that they're very, very drying. I don't find them moisturizing at all, even the hair mask. So whenever I would use them, I would have to use a really strong, really rich conditioner or a really rich hair mask afterwards. So I wanted to mention this shampoo and conditioner that I really like from the brand 7 Hair Care. These are amazing. I find the shampoo and the conditioner really rich, super moisturizing. Don't really know what else to say about them. I used this when I had blonde hair, when I was bleaching a lot, and I find that it really restored the softness feeling in my hair. A couple more products I want to mention are more styling products. This one is from Audrie, I want to say. It's the Gold Lush Dry Shampoo. I got it as a tester, and I liked it just because of the size. I don't really know how to describe the scent, just that it smells kind of fresh and citrusy, I want to say. Didn't make my hair feel heavy. Sometimes I would use this on my roots just so I could get a little bit of a hold when I wanted to do a better braid. I usually use dry shampoo in my hair when I wanted to hold my hairstyles better. I think I've talked about this on my channel before. It's the Captain Blankenship Mermaid Sea Salt Spray, and what I liked about it was that there's very few ingredients. It's just water, sea salt, aloe vera gel, sea kelp extract, essential oil, and that's it. I just liked how my hair didn't feel crunchy. Sometimes with sea salt sprays, I feel like they leave your hair feeling really greasy, and I really liked the way that this one smelled. It just kind of smelled like essential oils. So I would purchase this one again. Made it to the final product. So the final one is this whipped taffy from Kenra. My hairdresser gave this to me, and it's just this hair taffy that she gave me to kind of hold my waves when I had kind of a shaggier haircut during the summer. I had some left over in here, but I used the whole thing because it just smells so nice. The texture of this taffy is something that I really enjoyed as well. It didn't feel drying or too oily in my hair, and it was just really good at holding my waves. Sometimes when my hair was a little bit shaggier and I had more layers in my hair, once it was wet, I would just kind of scrunch some of this paste in here, and it would just kind of define whatever natural waves or curls that I had. So my hairdresser gave me another one of these already. I would recommend this just because I really like the smell of it, and I feel like it holds my waves really well without making it feel like I have anything in them. You kind of can't feel this in your hair. It's just kind of weightless. I don't really like the feeling of product in my hair, so this I feel like I'm probably going to use for a long time. Okay, so we made it to the end. I hope you made it this far. I feel like this video is going to be very long, but I hope you enjoyed listening to all of the products that I used this year. It was just kind of enlightening for me to see what kind of products I used, what I used the most of. Another thing that's been really enlightening about this process is I'm just surprised by the amount of plastic, I guess, is in the skincare and beauty products that I use. I don't know if this is something that happened for you guys or happens for you guys, is that I feel like when I think of recycling, I kind of confine that to the kitchen. And now that I have all of these, I don't know, containers together, I realize how much plastic I use, and that might be something that I want to reduce. I know that Kiehl's has a recycling program, and some of the things that I mentioned and picked up, they're in glass bottles or they're made of other materials. But yeah, when it comes to these plastic bottles, I noticed that some of them aren't from recycled materials, some of them aren't recyclable, and I know depending on where you live, there are certain materials that you can't recycle. So yeah, I'm gonna have to look more into that, I think, for this year. I think that's all I'm gonna say about that. I hope you enjoyed and found it helpful. If you guys want to try these products for yourself, I feel like I always say that, but I really hope that you found the information helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!